record on this computer. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, Familia, I hope you're doing well. So like I said at the beginning, before I started recording, was that there's a lot going on right here in the crypto market so far, and in our organization, our team, our squad, wanted to pop on, talk about the charts a little bit. And like I said, Ian, our man Ian, actually has been with the company before, and has lots of experience in the markets, geometry, Fibonacci's, and that sort of thing, and lots of trading experience. And we're very, very lucky to have him on board with us. He's excited. We're excited. I'll let him,
For
talk
sure.
a little bit after too, or not let him, but you know what I mean. So we out here, we just wanted to pop on. There's a lot going on, obviously, in the markets. And this is what we were looking at before. We planted like 5 or 6 different Fibonacci's. We had a total, an incredible amount of confluence in this specific area here at the 61.8%, where we lined out the 42, 43-ish $1,000 area, not to mention the imbalance that is over here with this candlestick, which is also defining that area. So just a lot going on. I was personally hoping for this to come up to 60K again before it started dropping, but
I might still do that, to be honest. It might still do that.
That would be nice. That would be nice. We might still get a pull up here and then come down, right?
Yeah, this is gonna give us like a triple top with that half a leg. That might looks like what's gonna happen, but I mean that's what we're here for. We're gonna analyze it with fibs, market geometry. We're gonna see what the market's telling us.
Bingo. So that's what we've got going on. And then, then maybe make your way down, and we're discussing this the other night too, is that the next, there's been talk of the next economic crises coming along due to whatever's been going on in the world. But so it would make sense. It would kind of line up for this kind of all happen before Bitcoin took off to 100, 200K. Potentially. It's a scenario, right? And the idea is that we want to see what's going on, not react, but, check out what's happening and get familiar with all scenarios that are potentially taking place.
Yes, sir.
Really wanted to point out that XRP just spiked down to this specific area. You can really tell that there was manipulation right here. So it's pretty obvious that XRP would do that. Not to mention they want to create fear and just knock as many retail traders and other type of money out of the markets before they really send this thing.
That picture that you have of XRP right now, let me send you this picture. It looks exactly like an Elliott wave retracement ready to take off in the next cycle. So let me find it and send it to you.
Yeah, so we got the pull. It looks like the perfect pullback. And I wouldn't be surprised if we closed above $1, maybe $1 US. And that would make a lot of sense in terms of psychological numbers and that sort of thing. So did you want to point, you're going to post your chart in the chat, or would you like to take over your screen?
Either way works. It doesn't really matter.
Cool.
It'll be easier to share it really quick, actually.
Yeah, share. Yeah, go ahead. Share. Oh, wait, I got to let you do this. There you go. You can share your screen, and we're going to take a look at some cryptos and see what's up. Create a game plan, right? This is all about financial future wealth, generational wealth. This is the largest wealth transfer in all of history taking place right now. So we want everybody to take. Is everybody else echo?
No, I don't have any echo here.
Oh, maybe you then.
What's going on? This happened on your link. Ian, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember.
Josh, are you good?
I can't hear it either, and I just fixed my thing, so I don't know, but
I can hear your echo.
Oh, okay.
No, it's echoing me too.
Oh, word. Oh, okay.
Super strange. I'm just gonna move, and then we won't have.
Oh wait, let me see. I don't show the sound then.
Oh, man, my portfolio dropped like crazy.
Can you guys see the screen? I can't really tell.
Yeah, we can see the screen.
You can? I don't.
Oh, there's no more echo. What's the difference right now?
I did not share my sound. So when you share the screen, there's an option to share sound, like the internal sound. Let's say if I was playing a song or something and you guys could hear it in HD, then I had that turned on. But since I'm not going to play anything, then why not? I turned it off and fixed.
And we all good. Okay. Now
There
we
you go.
know. Now we know. Amazing.
All
Amazing.
right.
So what's going on?
Ethereum. I wanted to send you actually this. Okay, that looks exactly like what XRP is doing, right? Let's see where XRP is on the what 4 hour. Started, yeah. Yeah, look at that. And we're gonna plot very quickly freehand a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. So this looks exactly like what this is. And after it reaches C point, the extension, it shoots up into a whole nother 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the moon. After that's done, then it's going to have a huge correction as well, but then just continue going up. So the important thing is to be able to find these data points and not mix them. And that way, once you find data points, you go inside the data points, you find the next 5 data points, the next 3 data points, and so on and so forth. And we're going to get deeper into that later on. But I just wanted to show you how XRP, how you're saying that it is at this really good level, and it indeed is. It's at I think I know 3 people that this is like their favorite fib level to buy right here at 88.
88.6.
Because because that is for cryptos. Cryptos are famous for. Let me do it right now. Cryptos are famous for retracing 88% or 78.6% of the whole move. So the move started right there. So I fib from there to the top, and I'm going to delete the one that was in the middle because I don't want to confuse anyone. See the 78, 79, it retraces right to it, and it's going up, meaning that this could very well be an ABC that has now reached the retracement that cryptos like to retrace to, and it is now going to absolutely explode, break that high data point right here, either in the first wave or the second wave, return, and you can see how this is starting to make sense. Like, oh yeah, I can see that. I've seen that in the market before. It's gonna go on the next cycle, almost as big as this one, and then this would create now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 of a grand cycle. So there's waves within waves within waves within waves. And this has to be right there. It's really far. There you go.
That's what we
want. So you
want.
can get a visual example of literally how the market works. This would reach here. And in every one of these tiny ones, you get an A, B, C going down. And that's what creates fear. When you listen about buy the fear, and then there's going to be a huge ABC right here. That's going to return to a 78 of the whole move again. And so on and so forth. So as the beauty of the market, it is not random, as people like to tell you, but it is, things can slip your eye. So that's why it's important to find confluence, like Lee has said. Confluence, very, very important. For Ethereum, what I can see here is the reason why that was the beginning of my 5 drive up was because this was the all-time structure level. I'm not going to call it high or low. It's just structure, is where banks, whales, or anybody in XRP saw that. I mean, they had pending orders here, or it was a very important structure level. That's it. Just use that word. Remember that word. Structure is a fancy word for support and resistance, but it sounds better, and why not make it sound better, right? And so that's where the drive would go. This would be a whole correction here, and Elliott waves goes way, way, way deep into things, but using simple, that's why I like to simplify it, using simple price action, a trend, and then there's a sub-trend. Once the sub-trend is broken, it's like the first telltale sign. Oh, okay, we're losing drive, the sellers are gaining momentum. Then you go and you find the next the previous level that was broken, and that's how you find a textbook trade without nothing else. Textbook trade, just like this. It broke the data point, it returned to test it, and it had broke also a sub-trend. And if we throw a fib right there, it's a 618, which is the language of the gods, if you've never heard that before. That's just the most common place for price to retrace at the beginning of an Elliott wave or any wave. And every time you see a market reversal, it's a wave reset. So
Actually,
in Forex, you'll see this a lot.
Sorry, just maybe just Google search the Wall Street cheat cycle really quick. Wall Street cheat sheet. Wall Street cheat sheet. Just a quick point on that
There you go.
pullback at the 61.8 level is where we're going to pull up to something called complacency. Right?
Oh,
So we're at the top of euphoria, and then
yes.
on the
So
big picture of things, that's what it would look like. But in between all that, like you're saying, we're going to see cycles on the smaller time frames, and then so we're pulling back the complacency part, 61.8 drop.
Yeah, on the sells usually it'll reach. So you know how I told you, every time it finds a top or a bottom in market reverses, it's a structural market, structural market reversal, but it's a wave reset. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, wave reset. So yeah, it'll usually reach that 61.8 because that is usually the first place where the second wave will end to begin the third wave. So yes, you're absolutely right. Here we reach the fifth wave up here. We retrace for an A, B. The B point would be what some people know as head and shoulders if you're a pattern trader. And the issue is that pattern traders a lot of times might miss a move, sadly, because this might not make it to this structure level. It might make it here, or it might make it there, right? A different fib level, because this is the perfect one. This is a 618. But for example, in Forex, banks will spike that shit and it will stop hunt you to the 7-8, to the 8-8, you know what I mean? Just for the wick and come back. And people will get out of the trade, and then the market just leaves. You boom, pure profits, and you're like, oh shit, you're pulling your hair off. You're like, oh my God, what the hell happened? And it's just because you just got to know where you are and don't doubt your analysis. Don't marry your analysis, meaning that if price comes to here and it starts rejecting, because a lot of traders in different sides of the world with all the different strategies are looking oftentimes at same data points. So price starts to reject a little. So let's say you're lucky enough to enter, price goes into a little bit of profit and you put it into break even, it comes back against you and it just keeps going. Well, elite waves, especially in cryptos and in the S&P 500 and the US 30, when it's a very strong market that usually has a lot of emotion involved rather than a lot of what's the word, like what institutions do, manipulation. So when there's a lot more emotion rather than manipulation and a lot less knowledge and more just emotion, then the market will oftentimes actually do exactly what this is doing. It will just go. It will just go. You rarely have a chance. And so, for example, if you are a pattern trader and this doesn't go there and it just continues going, it's unless you're waiting for the breakout and retest and that does end up happening, then you might miss the whole move, right? But oh shit, but back to what I was saying, don't marry your analysis. When price comes back here, you know this is the fifth wave, and now it's broken the previous low, it's coming back to the retest, the pullback. Okay, you're going down, and you're retesting it. The reason why I mentioned US 30 and S&P 500 is because some markets might not have 5 waves. Some markets will go ahead and have a 7 or a 9 wave count, especially in cryptos where emotion is, a lot. So it has a lot to do with it. So this could have come here, and if you're marrying your analysis, you would have been like, I'm selling here and that's it. That's all that's going to happen. Well, we can't do that. We can't predict the market to do exactly what we want. We can only have an educated guess. And so once price breaks here, if it doesn't, it goes against us, and that's fine. We're going to wait for the next pullback, lining up to a fib level, lining up to structure that's going to continue to take us up. And the cheat code, I like to call it cheat code, is whenever you are wondering if your analysis is really good or not, then you add divergence. If your analysis has divergence in there, that's like that's a beast trade.
That would
Yeah, because then sometimes you might be like, if you've ever heard of double analysis, is when, for example, and this happens to me quite a bit, either because you know a lot different strategies or because you just see too many things at once, then you might think that this is telling you it's going to go up, but you're also seeing that it might go down. You know what I mean? You have a double analysis and you're like, shit. So then shoot the divergence in there. Divergence doesn't lie. If you see convergence, which is just price doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing and not showing any divergence, then that's a whole different aspect, but that's totally fine. Divergence is just it's almost like the cheat code where you see the divergence, you're like, oh shit, let me get ready to enter this. You know what I mean? And you don't enter as soon as you see it because you can get caught in fake momentum. And let's say on this pattern, once you turn here, the oscillator was going up. I actually have an example somewhere. Maybe Bitcoin. Yeah, it's on Bitcoin. All right. 1 hour. Ethereum. Daily. Wait. Okay. Yeah, it's here. I'll put on the 4 hour. So this is the perfect example of divergence that I was talking about here. On the right here between these two peaks. This is a regular correction that's going to go down. An irregular correction will do, there you go, I almost lost it. We'll do this, we'll push a little bit up. Oh, actually, this is not a really good correction. This is the 5th wave. So, but here you see the divergence. This price at this data point exactly here, and an easy way to do it in the beginning when you're just starting is just to plot a line through the 2 data points. And you can see that price went from high to low in the oscillator, and it went from low to high in the regular. So this move, you could have caught this move down by sheer divergence and price action, seeing that this performed truncation. Truncation is when an Elliott wave fails to make a higher 5th wave than the 3rd. So it either just goes a little bit above or it just stops right there. And that's why every time we have an Elliott wave setup, like here to there, there's a perfect rebalance right here at 38. So the first step you ever want to look for is a 6-8 for the second wave to start. I mean to end and the 3rd to start. And the second entry on an Elliott wave would be the 38.2. So you see it lingered here in the 38.2 and then it took off. But usually I always say to look between the 38.2 and the 50 and between the 61 and the 50 for each one respectively, just because of modern training and algorithms and etc. They like to perfectly rebalance everything at the 50%. And so our first TP, our entry would have been, let's see, our entry would have been anywhere between here, the 38 and the 50, right? Our first TP would have been here at the black. Why? Exactly because of this reason. Because if the market decides to perform truncation, then you at least caught this move. And you don't want to go and take it to where you usually would take it. You measure the move, the same one for you to find the pullback, and you find the 1,618, the golden ratio. And you see there's commonality already with the 3 and the 1,618. And we're going to talk about commonality later. But this is almost just like an introduction to this magical world of Fibonacci that gives you a damn accurate way to look at the market. Damn accurate.
Introductory to what we got going on.
Yes, and you can see you would have caught this move too. From here to here is going higher. From here to here is going lower. So you'd have caught this move up, and then you would have caught this move down. You know what I mean? You don't have to miss any moves when you're looking at divergence. See, this is convergence. It did exactly what price did, and that's fine. That's just something that we see, and we're like, okay, that's great then. I mean, it's not telling me anything. It's just telling me price is doing what it's doing. The only time that we have an edge is when we see divergence, because then we're like, oh, the market's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. A lot of dumb money is dumping. The institutions or whoever it is, the whales, are about to just balance the books, clean out the other people, and then take off the money all for themselves. And that's exactly what divergence is, exactly what it is. You're looking at dumb money, making bad decisions, and then you are readjusting your decisions based on what dumb money is doing. That's what divergence is. And it's beautiful, and I love it. It's a fucking cheat code. And you find it everywhere. You find it from here, boom. The most important thing is you don't use divergence by itself. You find structure with it. And the beauty of it is, one thing I was once told is to ignore the noise. The little tiny highs and lows, they don't matter. You want to look at the data points, and the data points will be linked to previous structure as well as a fib level, a very specific fib level. So this is just simplifying the way you look at the market. You don't have to start second guessing all these different tiny data points. You don't have to necessarily rack your brain on why didn't this do the thing it was doing, because if you have a set rules, set guidelines that this is what you follow, when those rules are broken and your analysis invalidated, that is, on regular trading, that would be, oh shit, now I have to reanalyze. If you're trading geometrically and your analysis doesn't pan out, it's almost even better, because now you know that it's going to go the other way for like 5 waves or so. So now you can reanalyze and buy it every dip. every pullback. And, oh, it invalidated your analysis. Okay, now it's going down. You buy it every pullback up.
Almost like a
And you're gonna make so much money.
The direct opposite,
Yeah.
confirmation for the direct opposite.
Yes. So it just gives you simple things to look at. Like, for example, a different way why we can tell, because this could just be a pullback, right? This could just be a pullback to back to this area, which is where it's rejecting from. But the only way we would know for sure that it's actually breaking is if, for example, this price breaks this past real data point. So right here, if price breaks right here, and that's why our first TP is usually at the end of our Fibonacci, because we want to make sure to catch profit. We don't want to marry the analysis. We don't want to think that, oh, it's going to go all the way to 1618. It might not, the market might not, it might reverse, but then you can capitalize on the reversal and start making money the down way. So it's not about being right. It's more about making money. It's more about listening to yourself and being disciplined. So right now the market, you see, it wicked here and it's immediately rejecting. So a lot of buyers were looking at here and they were like, and because it's Ethereum, because it's Bitcoin, they're the biggest two right now. Me and Lee both believe that whales are not going to let this price retrace too much on any given correction. So how cryptos love to retrace to the 88 point, or the 78, I don't think this might happen again ever on Ethereum or Bitcoin. I think that the most they might reject, retrace ever will be a 50% rebalance like it did here perfectly. Literally came here to the 50%. Look at how perfect this is. Came to the 50% and literally wicked it, barely closed below, and then immediately went out 50% and clicked it. They rebalanced. They took people out of their trades, out of their portfolios. Everyone went, shit. Ethereum was at 2,500 and it just hit 2,000. No, I gotta get out. Literally perfect 50% rebalance, and then boom. And something that we're gonna talk about later on, because I'm personally getting better at this right now, is when you find that point, whatever it is. Let's say we're looking for a sell, right? A retracement to a sell. You wouldn't sell right here at B. You would wait for the sub-minute wave, so the wave within this wave, to give you this and this pullback. So this is what I call cloning the move. When you see a move in the larger time frame, and then within that wave, within the lower time frame, you see the exact same move pan out. Now you are literally entering a position with a stop loss based on this wave, this 5 waves, and the TP is based on this big waves. So now you're getting risk rewards that are at minimum 1 to 5. 1 to 3 is for when you're doing it in the same time frame. Elliott waves will always give you a great risk reward, and the reason why Crypto Picasso always has a great risk reward is because he's a geometric trader. He uses Elliott waves for everything, and he uses so many more things. He uses the Fibonacci like shell cone and the Fibonacci time zones, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know how to use that stuff, but so far it hasn't been necessary to me.
Me neither. We on it. We'll grow.
Yeah, for real. So, oh, and this is something I drew really quick actually before. This is from Picasso, and this is something I drew before Picasso that when I saw this is 2 examples. This one retraces up to here and then continues in an uptrend. This one can retrace all the way down here and then either continue in an uptrend or go up here, reject, and then go on a downtrend. So it's literally just about data points. You look at data points, you forget about the noise that's happening in between. You don't give a shit about that. You're just looking at the data points, and by doing that, you already are helping yourself to get rid of emotion during trading, because now you're not thinking of, am I right or not? No, now you're following a set rule of guidelines that you know that they will work most of the time. And when they don't work, if you're managing your trades properly, then you can reanalyze and just go the other way and have a great time, have a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it's about making money and not about being right. Just simplifying it.
On the MT4.
Yes, on the MT4. But
on the
I actually have to get out like $2,000 off. I have to turn $1,000 into $2,000 in my IQ cent, and I think I might do that tonight, to be honest. By doing the same thing, not on crypto, obviously, but I don't know if you guys have seen the IQ cents paybacks for crypto, but it's like 40%. It's like trash. But on something like, yeah, GPUSD. going down to the 5 minute or the 1 minute, is using the exact same thing. And I didn't even show you guys Bollinger Bands because they're not necessary. They're just helpful sometimes. But just like I said, every top of a move and every bottom of a move is a wave reset. So you basically just want to find like a top of a move like right here. And I forgot how noisy the lower time frames are, but it's fine.
Choppy. They're choppy. They're a mess.
Yeah. All right. This is top. Bottom is top. All right. So perfect rebalance. You see it all the time, all the time. These would be the data points you're looking at. And this is for HFX or for scalping. You can scalp with this. And you're overall looking for the market to go to the 1618, 150 zone. Somewhere around there and somewhere around there. So it was close enough. Right about here. From here, Fibonacci's again. Oh, 23. So whenever it rejects from a 23, it usually means that this market is going to take off. So let's see it. And it went to the 1618 right here. And it just respected that level. It's the language of the gods.
Can't make that shit up.
Can't make that shit up. This seems like it's going an uptrend. Why? Because this just broke this data point and it's looking like it's higher lows, higher lows. So as soon as something like this happens, we can take it off on scalping or on HFX. Does not matter. The issue is we haven't seen this yet, let's say. So actually, let me. Perfect. So now once we reach here, overall target or whatever, then we do again, fib, boom, boom. And we see that it comes, rejects the 50, goes a little higher, rejects the 618. And this is why our TPs usually will be, let me say we entered at the 50, and let's say we had our stop loss somewhere. Oh, never mind, that's a buy. Hold on. So we're somewhere between that. At this previous high, no, it's 50. Let's say I entered at the 50. Let's say the stop was somewhere above here. So the first TP is always to here because of this exact same reason. Price might just reject and then just keep going. And actually, let's see if there's, yeah, you can see the divergence actually forming right here at where the market structure reversal should be forming right now. Lower to high, I mean, higher in the awesome, and if we put MACD settings, then we see it's, ooh, this is even better. When you find exaggerated divergence, that shit's ready to take off. That's when like the oscillator is making very equal highs. It's a little bit. And that is, so divergence is the earliest trend detection system. So it tells you, like I said, what dumb money is doing. Dumb money dumped off money here. Well, it didn't need to, and market then took them out of the position. But because we're on a smaller time frame, there's so many more traders. That's why there's so much consolidation. But here we're still in a downtrend. Here we're still in a downtrend because we haven't broken any big data point. This one was also a data point because that's where we rejected from. So we haven't broken any data points yet. This is the next one. And then it comes to here. So right now we're in between this area. That's perfect, actually. We're in between this area now. And we found our pullbacks, our real data points, and our extensions out of using Fibonacci alone. So now we have our areas that we were trading off of. Now here, what we're literally looking for is for price to break out of this area and go down, or break out and go up. But this is the data points it's going to be respecting. And you can tell that because of this PRZ zone, which I will explain to you guys later. Lee knows what it is. And because of these wicks here, and there's also the wicks up here. You can just tell where big players are just keeping price. And everywhere within this noise, if you go to 1 minute, so much more noise. Everywhere within this noise, people are getting taken out of their entries, wicked out by brokers, and even an IQ Center Video Forex, because they don't know what points to look at. And in my opinion, that is the most important thing to learn, what to look at and to ignore the noise, because I used to get trapped in noise a lot. So if you guys see, this was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it could either be considered a sixth wave, or it can be considered an irregular correction, which is basically just, I honestly don't even like corrections. I don't trade them. I don't do anything with them. But when the market, like this is a correction right here. Every time the price is within an area, it's correcting. Every pullback is a correction. And so when this pullback happened and it didn't break this lower low, and it just continued within here, this means that this is in a big correction. This is not trending anymore. And so that's why now we know that it's either gonna go up or it's just gonna go down, because right now it's just correcting. And it could make a triangle correction, a wedge correction, a flag correction, any one of those that I don't like to worry myself with. And then once it's broken, once it's done, then I just follow the market as it goes, just like here. Here we had several entries. We could have taken the market down on HFX or the MT4 3 times. And all those 3 times, you could have left this order open. Something I want to talk with you guys later when we have more people on is about letting your winners run. And that means following with your stop loss below every structure. And that way, for example, if a market, mostly on Forex, but even on crypto, if a market just decides to go up parabolically, instead of just capturing 1,000 pips, you could capture 20,000 pips, especially when Bitcoin starts doing those huge candles soon. You could just do that by just holding your stop loss below structure every time you think it might return. And then it keeps going up. Oh, great. Move your stop loss up. And you just continue getting more and more and more profits. So it's a different way to look at the market. I never like to look at a market as like a strategy or something. I never liked that. I always like to make sense out of it. And this is the only thing that personally to me makes sense, that there's wave drives and that they want to trick people out of getting money. So this is pretty much it for the intro to market geometry. But very quickly, before we leave this, Bitcoin, I want to show you on the daily or on the 4-hour. What was it? All right.
Were you taking MetaTrader 4 trades on this?
No, I just took this whole thing like 20 minutes before we hopped on. I was looking at like what I would have been looking at in real time. So I put the bar replay thing to like,
yeah, retrace right to the
literally
retrace right to the 50% to the trend. And
yeah.
Sheesh.
See, they like to do that because it's just simple. It's a simple. People are expecting, especially after an uptrend is gone, they're not expecting an uptrend to pull back so much. So they're usually looking at this 38. And that's why you can see that market pulled down here and you see this wick right at the 38 to try to push it up. But the whales didn't want that. The whales wanted to get all these people out. And once it reaches whatever rebalance is going to reach here, then it's going to shoot up.
Mm-hmm.
But this data point, this previous low, that's what we were looking for the sell, because right here we would have been like this. Never mind. Oh no, yeah, we would have been like this. We would have put the fib here and would have been looking for a buy right around here. And once price broke where we would have been looking for a buy, that's exactly what I mean. You were looking for a buy, but you don't mirror your analysis. When it comes here and it breaks your point where you were gonna buy, you're like, perfect. Now I'm just gonna readjust and sell when it comes back up. And that's exactly what happened. So that's a perfect example of what I was talking about with not mirroring your analysis and just reanalyzing data points, just data points, because you didn't want to look at any of these tiny lows. You don't want to look at anything over here. No. You just want to look at the data point. And when it broke the data point, which actually was this one, this is where we broke it, but where we were expecting it to come up was anywhere between here to around here. So anywhere between the 618 and the 38.2. This is like the, not 80% of the time, price will pull back to here in any given trend. So especially on HFX, it's almost a cheat code on its own. If you find a good trend and you're using Bollinger Bands and you just continue with the fibs the whole way, it's very, very difficult to lose. Very difficult. But on Bitcoin, I don't know if I might keep retracing because, like we said, that was TP1, and sometimes price can just perform a truncationist, that it fails to make a higher high or a higher low and just leaves price where it is. So this might actually be ending. This was a 5-way drive. It goes all the way 1, 2, 3, 4, no. 5. Daily. I'm gonna have to check this out later because I had this drawn before, but now it's confusing me. But in any case, any of these data points, for example, just like I wrote here, you can look for a reversal, which is what I would be looking for. I would be looking to exit. If I had entered here, I would be looking to exit at any of these TPs or putting my stop loss just above the TPs once they break clean through the data point. And once it reaches the next one, you want to be looking for an entry to the upside. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. It just continues going. And then you look for an entry here. And if the market decides to come to like the middle of these two data points and then come back up here, then that's fine. Then you just reanalyze. You will see then that maybe this was a 138.2 right over here, which makes sense. This is not perfect. 8 out of 10 times, the Fibonacci levels will be perfect. But there is those 2 out of 10 times. And so it is a range. It's a range between the 127 and the 161. It can land anywhere around here, but it rarely will land right smack in the middle. Rarely. That usually means that your analysis is not necessarily that like good. There's data points that are off and whatnot. So for Bitcoin, I'm not expecting this to go way too low, even though it's literally dropping like water right now. It's at 45. I haven't seen 45 in Bitcoin in so long. And let's see on the daily, actually, we can see where it's going.
I think this point is actually lining up.
These are all extensions where it can go. You could go to the 2, right around here. Yeah, Ethereum is doing pretty good, to be honest.
Siri was talking to me, but
it did. All right, so for here, this could be happening wherever it started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be an irregular correction happening right now, actually. And then what you're looking for is this. If that's the case, I honestly would have to, because I don't want to give you guys bad information, so I would have to do way more analysis to confirm this. But as of right now, remember divergence on the daily, super strong sign of dumb money dumping. You see it? While this is not as bad. Before it was here, it was divergence. Now it's not divergence anymore, because now it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So this is convergence. It's either telling us price is supposed to be doing what it's doing, it's not going to reverse, it's going to continue going down, which actually that is scary, because Bitcoin should, at some point, somewhere in between this point and this point, it should retrace to somewhere back here, back to the 5th nines, and then do a what is it? A, B, C. This is an irregular correction, and then it's gonna come all the way either here or I don't know.
Especially if we close below 50K, right? Because that's definitely a psychological level. If we close below 50K, below that flat bottom at where you got A, that's probably a scary sign. If we have a daily close.
Oh yeah, if we close on the on the 1 hour, to be honest. Yeah, on the 1 hour. If the 1 hour closes under 50, that's pretty bad. It's really bad, because the 1 hour is usually the make it or break it. So it closed at, wow, it almost closed under the 50, but it didn't. It was rejected. And then this one is currently going under the 50. Oh, but here's something bad. This one opened at 49,928.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at psychological levels, this is already, shit, that's not good. That's funny. I didn't even
This
think
is
of
where
psychological levels.
the narrative, there's a narrative behind Bitcoin that it's so bad for the environment, and when they come in with regulations and they want to control everything, they want things to be green. They're trying to brand things as positive to be green, and Bitcoin supposedly is dirty energy. In reality, though, there are green sources, and there are some companies that are mining in a green way, so to take less bad energy out, but
Right.
this is lining up with like a potential economic crisis that's supposed to occur in late Q3, which would be, but that's not supposed to be till late May. So it's like, this is kind of weird right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. You see how this is lining up though with the 1618? A correction will go just the same as an impulse between the 127 and the 1618 somewhere. So we could be seeing this still happen. And then from here, from this 1618, which actually lines up with this structure perfectly, these 2 points of data, I think Bitcoin will come to here, to 43, somewhere around here. And then after it comes here, it's going to go on a 5-wave drive up, 5 or 6 or whatever. This irregular correction it's actually very common, but I have never seen it on Bitcoin. I've always seen it follow a I've always seen it follow this. So doing this irregular correction is kind of interesting. We will definitely have to see. We'll definitely have to check out what Picasso's saying about Bitcoin.
I was literally just about to sign into our center here and find out when he's on. I don't know if he's just Tuesdays and Thursdays. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, but also the
Yeah, shit.
scalps.
Nick's on at 12 p.m. tomorrow. You gonna watch this session tomorrow?
Probably.
Or are you gonna be asleep?
Oh no, I'm gonna be up for those things. I'm resetting my schedule, but I'll make sure that I'll be up for like those certain things. That's information like you can't miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we can't mess. We got to be on.
Yeah.
I get my package active again on the 24th. So after that, it'll be all good. But like, so guys,
Dope.
maybe we'll
We'll
pop
watch
on
it together tomorrow then. All right, see you on the scalper. I notice Picasso usually draws whatever he's thinking is gonna happen on the smooth scalper. So let's see if you have drawn anything.
In the meantime, guys,
No.
XLM, like serious talk, especially for you, Josh, bro. If you got extra money sitting somewhere, this is the time to buy XLM and XRP right now. The brother.
Oh, but I got huge bags of both. I can't afford to put any more in.
Ah, yeah, man. Then we'll see you. We'll see you next year. We'll go to Croatia. I mean, Costa Rica.
Croatia's good too. Hey, I got a jet. Thanks again, though, man. Can't wait to see you on another call.
Of course, man. Of course.
Yeah,
It was good to meet all you. Yeah. So XRP is doing what I think Bitcoin's gonna do. It's gonna come to some sort of area of confluence, like this previous high, which is why it's rejecting the previous low, son of imbalance.
Yep.
And from here, I believe, yeah, I do believe from here it's gonna go up, but these are. Hold on. Yeah, so I definitely believe that this is gonna be our next. Because look at how this all lines up. Boom! It broke that level, meaning I want it to go down. There you go. So yeah, I definitely it touched here. 2 very significant data points. It's rejecting off of. So as soon as we see on the 30-minute, if we see on the 30-minute a market structure reversal, like meaning, there you go, and change the color so we don't get confused. If we see this happen, then we can start to set up our fibs. Boom, breaks it, comes back either here or wherever it wants to come back, as long as it matches with a fib. Well, 1618 would be a perfect way to match, because that's the beginning of a 5-way, which is what we're expecting, right? And if we see this, then we can enter. Where is it? We can enter somewhere around here. Put our stop loss below this low. So this is what I mean. We're using the stop loss in the 30-minute, or we're using the TP in the 4-hour original time frame, because that's where our analysis is. So now we have that stop loss if price comes back, and our first TP would be to, I don't want to get confused. Where is the black? Yeah, the equal high. So this would be the equal high. Hold on. Why is that stop loss so big? I'm getting tripped out. Why is that so big?
The wick's huge. It was a big candle.
It's because of the wick, you're right. Damn. In Forex, I'd be getting like 1 to 10s all the time. Here's like 1 to 6? What? Well, in any case, if we follow the this, then our TP would be at the 1618. So, oh, go back. So a 1 to 3. I don't like 1 to 3s, to be honest, especially in a 4-hour. If I'm taking a setup on the 4 hours, gotta be 1 to 5 or more. But regardless, still money. Can't get greedy. In any case, we would be waiting for this retracement. And then obviously, once we retrace, oh no, wait, I am using the low of the 4-hour. That's why. This is literally the low of the 4-hour. Once we see price break through here and come here, and start rejecting, then our stop loss would literally be under wherever it rejects and it starts going. So we would enter, let's say, at the 50, yeah? But wherever it starts rejecting and start going, let's say that's the last low it made, then that's where stop loss would be. So this makes more sense now. I'll be sure to have material already drawn the next time we meet, meaning examples over several charts, so that things are more cohesive and they make more sense. Because I really hope you guys are not getting disconvoluted with too much information. I really hope this is being easy enough to follow.
I think for like people on the charts for the first few months, they might be like lost for sure. But
that's why tomorrow we'll brainstorm about making a Monday introduction, a Tuesday etc., a Wednesday blah blah blah, Thursday divergence, Friday geometry. You know what I mean? Leave like the hardest things for the end, and that way I feel like everyone coming in within like a week, they'll be like, well, at least I can follow. You know what I mean?
Especially like a Friday or weekend night, and then the serious people who want to learn, they'll be on.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be on the session.
Yeah, man, it's pure hard stuff. I mean, yeah. All right, so we'll see what's happening, but as of right now, right, this is only if it breaks this data point on the 4-hour. If it doesn't, like, don't be copying what I have here and expect to buy here, because price can just continue going down. If it breaks, then you can go ahead and literally do exactly what I did and like, analyze the market, see. But if it doesn't break up, then, because as of right now, we're still in a seller's market. We have not broken any of these highs. Any of this liquidity is still there. So we're still going in a downtrend. And up until it breaks a data point, like when we were coming up here, we were still in an uptrend until here. When this market closed here and it broke this prior low, that's when we were told, oh shit, now we're in a downtrend. And then we draw our Fibonacci's to sell right here and catch the move down. And that's why I drew the fib like this, because I wanted to see where it's going to come to. And the 2 and the 1618 are in confluence with structure. That's why I think that this is going to start rejecting off of here. Oh, and this is beautiful, guys. Fucking beautiful. I didn't even notice that there is divergence here. Not on Bitcoin, but on XRP there is. So now we have 3 different things telling us that
the confirmation for the next leg up, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is telling us, you know, that this wants to go up now. That dumb money dropped a bunch here, and it didn't do nothing here while the market took everyone out of their orders, and now it's gonna go up. You know what I mean?
Sell your
So
bets and invest.
yes, literally.
Sell everything you have and invest.
So we're gonna see what's happening, but so far I'm gonna take a screenshot of this without this fib because that was the move that already happened. And those are data points, only data points. Oh, this is the previous loader broke. This could have been tiny. So we're not even looking at that. Yeah, this is the data points. And on a smaller time frame, again, in the 30, if it breaks this previous data point, because here the data points are these two, right? Instead of these big ones, because there's waves within waves. So if this breaks in the 15, then we can look to enter on the 15 at the retest. But as of right now, we're in a seller's market, so I should, if I hadn't seen divergence on the 4 hour, I would literally be drawing my Fibonacci right now like this and waiting for this to hit an equal rebalance pretty much to continue selling it down until about 0.45, which no one wants XRP to go back to 0.45. So that's why I believe that this ABC correction is ending somewhere around here where this wick is. And we're going to start to see a reversal on the 30-minute, 15-minute, and then the pullback, and then we can enter. So the beauty about this is that we can check tomorrow, and because these are 4 hour candles, we're going to be okay.
We're gonna be all right. And I think like this, the larger time frames obviously are going to be even more confirmation for what's happening in the market, of course.
Yeah, as well as, yeah, look at that. So the Bollinger across there, turn red. Yeah, so what I like about this is that I wrote it so that whenever price is above or below for the new people, it'll just give you red or green on what the trend is doing. So once it's crossed it and now it's coming down, then now it's telling you red. So extra confirmations. I'm not a fan of indicators, but recently they've been helping me quite a bit. So we'll also see it's at the green Bollinger Band indicating a buy, right? Which you do not ever use alone. If you see price going to the green Bollinger Band, the red Bollinger Band, just that's not a good reason to sell. That's just a confirmation. But the fact that all these different things, divergence, a structure, the Bollinger Band, the fact that we did a wave count, and this is a potential A, B, C retracement on the larger scale 5-wave up. So we're seeing this. Yeah, and it makes sense because now you see 0.4. When this came up here, we were looking for a buy. We were looking for a buy up here at like the 7.8, 8.30, you know what I mean? Somewhere around here where the support was at the data point. We were looking for a buy to buy up. And then once it broke here, we were still looking for a buy up here. But once it broke here, the last correction, the number 4, then we know, oh, okay, this is not just a tiny pullback. This is going to continue going down. Now we got to look for a sell. So it's all subjective. Everyone's looking at different data points. No. Everyone's looking at the same data points in different ways. People might think they have to sell, or other people might think they have to buy. And then smart money traders will always take advantage of the knowledge they have. Dumb money traders will be driven by emotion. And those are the people those are the 95% in Forex and trading that sadly won't be able to see a return on their money because you can't be greedy. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I mean, nothing's ever been true. I remember when I joined, I literally tried to like be a millionaire within like a month, and I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm gonna
do your game plan. This is it.
Literally not.
Even then, it's like, yeah, patience is key. We know that.
All right.
Especially
I'm
when
gonna
it comes to, I mean, this XRP is going to be the next financial. It's going to be the backbone of the next financial system. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I have to buy way more. Like I'm looking to getting a lot right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna continue buying even if it starts dropping a little more because, I mean, it's like you said, this is gonna be the next Bitcoin pretty much. Like So
literally, it could be like it literally could be right. And that's why I'm looking around
literally.
my living space, and I'm like, what can I sell? What can I gotta sell everything.
I feel you. I mean,
This is the time.
don't do that though. You
Ah,
hear about the people when Bitcoin hit 20K for the first time, they're like mortgage their houses and everything. Like when it was a
yeah,
thrill,
yeah.
and just boom.
That's
Oh,
why
that's gotta
everybody has
hurt.
a bad taste for it because they're like, oh yeah, Bitcoin's not for me. That's like that's a
Yeah,
scam.
even Warren Buffett wasn't about Bitcoin. He was like, nah, Bitcoin, like it's just a filler. It's never gonna work, and etc. And it's like, I understand where he was coming from because he's seen so many cryptocurrencies come and go.
Sure.
But it's just the fact that Bitcoin, when it came, it was like, I'm gonna provide you guys with a solution for a problem that you will need forever. And that's why Bitcoin can't go away. It literally can't. It'll destroy people if it goes away. Even huge institutions, which is now the biggest part of why it's not gonna go away, because institutions are now in it.
They're in.
So, yep. And institutions are gonna get on XRP as soon as it starts gaining a little more momentum. So entering something before institutions want it, that's how you become Ivan Paychecks. That's how you become Crypto Picasso, by investing before everyone else sees it. Literally, when Nick Gomez found Superbit, and he checked out the market cap plus the demand, and he saw this is a really good ratio of market cap to demand, and he put it, and within literally 2 days, it went from like $1 to $10. And so I know a lot of people are really well off right now off of that alone.
No kidding. Yeah, that's the power. That's the power of this 100%.
Literally. Yeah, so we're gonna brainstorm tomorrow. We're gonna make sure we have a game plan for the weeks to come and on how to train new people and etc. As well as I'm gonna start checking several different coins out with the same parameters that Nick was looking at, market cap and all a bunch of others, because I want to start investing in several. It
Yeah.
is honestly a safe bet.
Do you have
Yeah.
any in mind right now? I've got a couple in mind, but if you,
No, I had been looking at uni for a long time, but I haven't found anything concise in uni.
you know what,
Like nothing.
when I first started learning about the charts and how to analyze it, I understood it right away because I started looking at gold. It looked relative to Bitcoin in the way that it was doing the same market cycle, right? Except it
Yeah,
took
yeah.
gold 30 years to do exactly what Bitcoin did in 3 years. And then I learned about silver, and I was like, wow, silver had a huge high reward, compared to other markets and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
XRP looked the same way when I first discovered XRP. It was like 10, 20 cents or something like that. So then I was like,
Damn.
wow, the previous high was $3 and now we're at 10 and 20 cents. That's a huge reward. So now when we look up cryptos, where are they now and where was the previous high, right? So
Oh yeah.
if you look up ICX USD, it's Icon, and it's so cheap compared to its previous high. And supposedly its project is actually going to be the development. It's going to be the digital platform, the development of digital passports. So you're
Oh.
talking about, what's
Hmm.
gone on in the past year. I'm not going to say it on this video right now, just because I don't know if it get a flag or not. But slash the idea of digital passports, Icon is going to be the structure behind it. So this thing could really wait, does that say $2?
Yeah,
Holy,
this is 1/6.
holy. Oh my gosh, why didn't I stay in it? Well, it's on sale right now, but man, I actually
Yeah.
bought some at like so low just like a few weeks ago. I sold it because I want to put everything in the XRP, but
I feel you. I feel you.
that would have been a good buy. Sheesh. But
We'll
if you look at the
see. But the
weekly,
good thing
you look at
about
the
this is
weekly,
we have our whole lives.
it's insane.
Let's see what the week is saying. Jesus Christ. Yeah, whoever bought down here is happy right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the right chart? Oh, wait, sorry. Go to Binance. Go to ICX
Binance.
USD Binance. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. No, that just looks like whatever. It's on sale. But no. When you go to Binance, you'll see the real truth here. Down just a little bit. Down just a few. Yeah. The top one.
This one?
No. The top one
This
now.
one?
No.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Check that one out. Oh, you didn't click it. Did you click it? Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Now, see, boom. There we go. There we go. There we
I
go.
see it. I see it.
That's see the previous high was
Oh
like
my God, this is such a good place to buy right now. Look at this. This is real data point. This is a very good place. It literally is gonna retrace right to it.
Literally my point. Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Yep.
So literally, it's making a cycle right now, and it's getting
This
ready.
is like a
It's clearly
50%.
it's getting ready to take off.
Oh yeah, look at this. This is hitting the 5618. This literally means, or is a very good clue into saying that this is the 1,
This is
2,
I gotta find money
3,
right now to buy it.
4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 2.
I ran out of money.
That's
though.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, now thank you for showing me this. I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for this.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it should be around. It should be around for a while. Like, you know, it's supposed to be the backing of all the new digital passports that are taking place. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing in terms of control and manipulation in the world, but we don't get to control that, right? It is what it is. We can buy icon.
Yeah. For real, does not matter.
So
yeah, I'm gonna do big analysis on these coins to make for investments. And then for MT4, I think that I want to get away from the investor not mentality, but the investor area with this cryptos because of the manipulation. And I want to start analyzing from the 15-minute because there's waves within waves. So I'm gonna end up being able to reach like I'm gonna be able to get to a 5th wave within the 15-minute, even if this is the 1 hour wave, you know. So just because there is so much more movement, right? I mean, there's a reason why my swipe coin, the scalper has it on the 15-minute because you just have so many more entries, right? So I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm actually gonna do a lot of backtesting with divergence in the 15-minute and geometry because I might just start scalping the shit. I'm gonna start scalping the shit out of here. What?
Do you know how to use this to scalp right now?
Yeah, I looked at the videos, the training videos. I'm personally not a breakout trader, but maybe I'm just not giving it like what's it called, a chance.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on your style, right? If you're, I mean, we all got trading plans. We all got, you know, the tools and resources that we all use. If you like, I mean, most of us like the break and retest for sure. We want that confirmation. XRP, I mean, Nick's XRP trade though today hit TP number 2, 900 pips. Went
amazing
on that breakout. I was surprised. I was like, no way, this is gonna go up. This is it. This is like buy everything. And then it came crashing right back down.
Yeah.
His trade hit. It was pretty lit.
That is lit. That is fucking lit. Whenever a trade hits, it's so lit.
It's so, yeah, you're right. So
oh, I see it. So they write it for you too. I feel like if anything, I would wait for the breakout. And then just like you said, I just like that extra confirmation. So I would just wait for the breakout and return to like to here. I would have probably sold from there. Maybe. I don't know. I definitely gotta
wonder if you
do more work on this.
See where the sell is? See where it says sell?
Yeah.
The fib from the top there. If you took the fib from the top there to the bottom wick, yeah. 60.
Yeah, it's a 5618.
Yeah, that would have been maybe a place to sell, but
yeah, problem is this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're taking the fib.
True.
Yeah, you're taking the fib from within like a tiny wave to the big wave, which doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
here it worked out nicely.
Just noticed that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, sell. It just broke and retested.
That break and retest is nice.
What moving average is that? 250.
This is the 50. Yeah.
Exponential moving average. Gotcha.
Yeah, I have the 50 on the Bollinger Band too, because of that same reason. It just respects price really well. No, yeah, but on Bitcoin, for example, like tomorrow, I'm gonna let Bitcoin do whatever the hell it wants to do. I didn't actually enter this, like I said. So when I wake up tomorrow and I start like marking it up, I'm gonna go on the 15. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the 15. I'm gonna start marking up geometrically, fibs, you know, and then I'm gonna start actually taking trades because I can take my entries on the 5 minute if I do an analysis on the 15. And by doing that, I can actually, because when Bitcoin moves, I mean, you've entered a position on Bitcoin or even XRP. I mean, it moves a little bit and you're already up like quite a bit, even with like a tiny lot, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I did that
So,
today, and I lost. I lost my trade because I got in after the fact. But
oh, damn. Yeah, but
was not a good first day back on the MT4.
how
Not
was
good.
your first day back on MT4? Damn.
Yeah, it's
I
all
gotta
good.
get back on HFX.
It happens.
For real, for real.
Reset, readjust, regroup.
All right, yeah, so tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Thursday.
Yep. We'll hop on a call tomorrow. We'll book a time to help go over some more things. Super stoked. It's 11:45. We better end this call right here. How long have we been on here? Since, oh yeah, an hour.
Long time.
Forever.
Forever. Forever, bro? Forever?
Forever.
Just so much value. Just so much value being given. Brent.
I know. Like my
Let's give-
mind is
Let's give a
exploded right
444.
now.
A 444444 in the chat.
Oh,
For the
yeah.
man Ian. We need some more people on these calls soon.
I'm completely lost.
We'll get everything.
It was.
Oh, I'll explain everything to you guys. Don't worry.
We'll get it, Brent. No worries.
After tomorrow's brainstorm session, we're gonna get some crazy curriculums going for everyone to understand everything like P. And oh man, we're gonna turn millionaires. We're gonna have millionaires up in here.
We're gonna turn things up a notch, 100%. So
Oh yeah, we're gonna take things up 100 notches.
okay, I'm gonna stop this.